Hello guys, I'm EireKHAOTIX, a role-playing gamer, and welcome to episode 3 of Tea and Scones with the Rick Meister. Welcome back, Eric.
What's up?
So, this has been, last week and a half has been quiet. The only big thing really, for me at least, has been the release of XCOM-2. There's no real news in the gaming world that I'm aware of, nothing
Well,
that's
besides
very...
fighting games, but
Yeah, nothing that's really relevant. That's too important or relevant to myself anyway.
fight out next week.
And in the YouTube scene, there hasn't really been much, channel breaking
Fine Bros apologise just about
stuff.
it.
Yeah, the Fine Bros apologise. There's some other stuff going on that's not really important. Not really important. Nothing controversial, shall we say. So Eric's going to start us off with, he wanted to talk about Deadpool, which came out today.
Yep, came out last night at midnight, and it's fucking good. Like, it's exactly what a Deadpool movie should be. Like, fucking... It's good jokes, good action, and it's got good fourth wall breaks.
Yeah, one second
Very
now.
good fourth wall breaks. Like the whole, there's a lot of it, and pretty much 80% of them hit right in the head. Hit the nail right in the head. Fucking great. Like, I don't really want to say any jokes, cause I don't want to spoil anything, cause fucking go in and watch it. It's great.
Yeah, I see. I've never really been a huge. I don't know why. I just never liked Deadpool. I don't know. I just never found. I just never found him funny. I don't know why. Like, I can appreciate that kind of humor and that style, and the fact that he's not really a hero or a villain. He's just kind of there for comic
Oh yeah,
relief.
there's a lot of the movies like
Like, he's just...
Colossus is in it. And like he's like he keeps going to Deadpool and asking him to join the X-Men. And there's a really good bit near the end about like a speech that he makes.
Wait a
That
minute now.
Colossus makes to Deadpool.
Which mutant is Colossus again?
Giant metal dude.
Oh, I know the
Giant
one.
metal
Yeah.
dude.
Or am
And
I thinking of
there's
Juggernaut?
I think probably thinking of Juggernaut.
I think I am thinking of Juggernaut.
There's a bit in there's also another woman, like another teenage girl that I can't remember her name. And she's not that important, but Colossus is funny. Deadpool's interactions with Colossus is very funny, and he makes a funny speech at the end about being a hero. That I won't spoil the end of it, but it's fucking great.
Hang on a minute though. Okay, so what is the, without at least trying
Okay.
not to spoil it? What's the plot of the movie?
The
What
plot of the
happens?
movie-
Like,
the plot of the movie
is it an
is
origin
that
story or what is
it's
it?
sort of an origin story. But like
Okay.
it starts off that
I'm probably talking a bit loud, so...
it starts off that
Okay.
it starts off with a trailer shows where he's kicking the shit out of everyone in the car.
Yeah.
And then
On
it's
the
like,
highway.
yeah, and then it's like, now, why am I doing this? And then it shows his whole build-up and why he became Deadpool, how he became Deadpool.
Why am
fucking-
I murdering these people? you
Yeah,
ask?
like, this is fucking good. The whole point is that he becomes superhero, dude becomes killed, that made him that, kidnaps his girlfriend, and he goes to murder everybody. That's basically the plot of the movie. It's very, very basic, and that's all it needs to be, because the rest of the movie it's like, who gives a shit about the fucking story and fucking Deadpool. His origin story is really good, in it. And where he gets his name is different to the way he gets it in the comics.
I'm trying to think, did Deadpool go through the same thing that Deathstroke went through?
He's inspired by
'Cause-
Deathstroke.
Yeah, no, but isn't it the same kind of evil corporation that both make them what they are?
Deadpool was made in
He-
the X program with
I'm pretty
some of the
sure...
other mutants from the X-Men. And
Did Slade Wilson not go through that?
I don't know.
Like, I'm pretty sure Deathstroke, or not Deathstroke, sorry, Deadpool. If I remember, I'm probably not remembering this correctly because it has been a very, very long time since I remember looking at this.
Hmm.
It was like the facility that Deathstroke went to become Deathstroke, essentially the one, you know, that gave
The X
him
program.
that enhanced him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Deadpool is a failed one of
No,
of that. Did he
the
not, like, did Deadpool not, like, didn't he volunteer to do it because he was dying of
he's
cancer
dying
and
of
they thought they
cancer.
could
He
fix him,
volunteered to do it,
and
and
he thought they could fix him, but instead they
the,
mess up. He
no, no,
he
no,
d-
no,
he
no.
don't they
Basically, what
mess
happens
something
is
up? They don't cure his cancer, but they still make him invincible.
no. What happens is
Is that not what happens?
he's dying of cancer, and the this guy comes up and goes, "Hey, we can cure your cancer, but you have to come do this thing for us. Like join this X program, and we're gonna turn you into a mutant." And then you find out that then he finds out that they were making him to become a slave. So he wasn't gonna be a superhero. He's gonna be a super slave, where like they're gonna put a chip in him, and then they're gonna control him.
And they were going to
So
tell him
so
kill
he
this
breaks
guy.
out. So he breaks out, and then basically the
Is
cells.
are you going by the comics now, or or the movie?
Well, this isn't the movie, but the comics
Oh,
are
it's
like
okay.
the same. Like he wasn't really he wasn't a mistake. They were just making him for a different reason. Then he just fucking went mad, and the whole
That sounds a lot like
the cells in his
Wolverine.
brain, and the cells in his brain go mad. Oh, that movie takes so many pot shots takes it. Basically,
At X-Men Orange's Wolverine.
X-Men, yeah, it takes the piss out of that. It takes the piss out of Green Lantern. It takes the piss out of Wolverine in general. It takes the piss out of fucking Fox. It takes the piss out of X-Men. It takes the piss out of fucking everything, and they're the best jokes in the movie. Like,
Oh, I messed this up.
there's one joke at the start, which is it's like, now you may be wondering how some guy like me ended up getting a movie like this, and I can't really tell you, but it rhymes with Wolverine. And then like he fucking jumps down through the hole and then kills everyone in the car. But yeah, they honestly take the piss out of Hugh Jackman as well, just in himself as himself, to take the piss out of him. Take the piss out of Ryan Reynolds himself
Wait a minute.
multiple times.
What do you mean he takes the piss out of Hugh Jackman? As in, is Hugh Jackman in the movie?
No, he's not, but he's like, it takes place in the real world, like, it takes place in the modern world, where Hugh
Yeah.
Jackman is like famous and Ryan Reynolds is super famous and all that shit.
Oh.
And the way they take the piss out of him is fucking great. The jokes that aren't like references to something or fourth wall breaks aren't the best. But they're okay. The action's really good, except they slow down a lot. It's like a lot of slow motion.
Hmm.
Ryan Reynolds.
Well,
plays
hang on.
Dead-
Okay, first things first. If it wasn't a mature rated movie, I think it's wrong.
No, it had to been. No, no.
It
this
was. I
movie
heard
is
it. I
fucking
heard it.
mature rated,
I
man.
heard it was
This-
rated like 16s.
It was 16. It's 16s, but don't show your kids it.
Well, I don't have kids, so I don't need to worry
Yeah,
about that.
Like it's 16s, but it's 18s in America. And as Ryan Reynolds put it, it's "fuck you, you'll never see it" in China rating, which is great.
What,
Deadpool
they banned it
itself
in
is great.
China?
Yeah, they banned it in China. It's rated "fuck you, you'll never see it here." Deadpool himself is fucking great. Like, there's another bit, which is like, he starts talking to the audience, and then Colossus is like, replies to him, and he's like, "I wasn't talking to you." It's like, "Then who are you talking to?" "Them!" And he points at the screen. It's great. It's like fucking. There's a really subtle joke about Lent, which is weird.
Lent, as in giving stuff up that
like,
Lent.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now that is a bit weird.
No, like, it's like he meets his like girlfriend, and then they're like having sex all the time, and then it's like, it's going through holidays. It's like Happy Christmas, and they're having sex on like a fucking Christmas tree or something. And then it gets to Lent, it's like Happy Lent, and they're just sitting there eating food. But the main villain is as the
Oh, this guy's
the
good at fighting.
as the opening trailers put it,
Oh man,
some
it's got bait.
British villain guy. That's pretty much what they say. It's great. Deadpool is like starring yours truly. That's what it says. Produced, it was like written by the real heroes here. Directed by some asshole that getting paid a lot of money. They have the Xavier School for Mutants in the movie as well.
Cool. I know.
To take the piss out of that as well. To take the piss out of the fact there's only 2 X-Men in the movie.
I'm just looking up the director, Tim Miller.
Yeah, I can remember. There was a post-credit scene which I missed because if I stayed, I'd be the only person in the cinema still waiting around for the credits because everyone left.
Yeah,
And I
but you
knew
always
I
wait until the
knew
end
there
of
was-
every
I
Marvel
knew-
movie.
I knew there was one coming, and I didn't fucking wait. And I was told when I got home that there was one. I don't know what it was though. They're making another one. They're making another Deadpool. It's already been written and it's been greenlighted.
Cool.
Which I can see now is this one was really good.
The next one's probably gonna suck.
The next one's gonna be really good. The third one's gonna be okay. Then the fourth one's gonna be shit. But they know the fourth one's gonna be shit, so it's gonna be purposely shitty.
And you're
Like,
assuming
it's-
they're gonna make 4 movies.
Yes. First one's gonna be called Deadpool. Deadpool 2. Deadpool Retribution or something. And then Deadpool 4. Not another fucking Deadpool. Something like that. Which is what I'm expecting. Or too much Deadpool,
I like how when you was
which
like
would be number
Deadpool,
2 or
Deadpool
something.
2, and then you said Deadpool Retribution, I was like, you're just stealing the Resident Evil titles.
No, I'm just saying
Deadpool,
this, like,
Deadpool Extinction,
I'm taking
Deadpool Retribution,
it's- yeah,
Deadpool Afterlife.
It's probably no. I'm seeing it taking the piss out of like sequel movies.
Generic sequel titles.
Yeah, generic sequel titles.
Deadpool with a
fucking
vengeance.
messed with the- Yeah, Deadpool.
Deadpool
with a-
4.0.
two Deadpool. No, the second one's gonna be called like 2 Deadpool.
Dead
The
to
third
pool.
one's gonna be- yeah, then the third one's gonna be Deadpool Retribution, and the fourth one's gonna be not another Deadpool. I really hope so. Or the fourth one's just gonna be called Deadpool. Just to fuck with you. Fucking action scenes are really good in it. The scene on the bridge in the trailer is fucking.
Is it a gory game?
gory movie?
Game, sorry, I just said that habitually.
Yeah, kind of. Like, there
Like,
are
when he
fucking-
shoots a dude in the face, you
his
see the dude's
brain
brain
fucking
fall
blows
out,
all
yeah.
over the place, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I hate it in movies when people get shot and there's like no blood and you're like, but the
He
dude just got
punches
shot.
Colossus. He punches Colossus, his arm gets broken, and like his hand gets broken, and he's just swinging it around. Then he goes to punch him in the balls, and he breaks the other hand. It's great. And then he just like fixes him immediately. He lives with a blind old lady, which is funny as well. There's this taxi driver dude that's in the trailers, but he's near the end of the movie as well. It's pretty funny. There's... That's... Soundtrack's really good. X gonna give it to you, which was in the trailers in the movie. And it keeps getting interrupted by jokes, which is brilliant. End of it is very
Excuse me.
like, for a Deadpool movie, it's weird. It has its serious moments a bit. Or like if he becomes a mutant, he doesn't want to show his girlfriend because he doesn't want her to know the way he looks because he looks like a testicle with teeth, as he puts it. You look like Freddy Krueger fucked in geographical map of Utah. There's like one of the best jokes in the movie is like it's like the way he gets his name is different. Like instead of the X program having the Deadpool, which is if they die you vote on who's gonna die, and if they die you win. Instead it's like a bar that if whoever dies in the bar. And there's, like,
Wait a minute, what?
The name Deadpool in the comics is that when he joins the X program, all like the scientists and all the X, like other X mutant people are like have a thing called a Deadpool where you vote on who's going to die, and if you die, they get the money. And it's different in the movie where it's not the X program that's doing it; it's the bar that he goes to is doing it, and that's how he gets the name. The bit where he's trying to think of a name, and then he looks up and goes, I got it, and he looks at the Deadpool sign and he just goes, Captain Deadpool, and then the dude looks at him and he's like, just Deadpool then, and he's like, yeah. There's a montage where he's going around looking for the dude that kidnapped his like girlfriend, and it's fucking hilarious.
Is
It's
it like him
fucking
booting open
hilarious.
doors and punching people?
Yeah, he's just beating the shit out of everyone. And there's one bit where he's fighting a lot of Mexicans and he starts shouting in Spanish at him and he's kicking the shit out of them. Oh, it's a fucking good movie.
I just find cinemas way too expensive, and you know.
Oh, I got a free ticket to go. A friend of mine gave me a free ticket because he couldn't use it, so.
I still have one of those Showtime, you know, those free things, those prepaid yokes. I just
Yeah.
I'm too lazy to go to a cinema and just watch a movie. Not even too
Yeah.
lazy. It just seems like hassle when I can just wait and buy it on DVD or something, or see it when it airs on TV.
Yeah. There was a trailer for Batman vs Superman at the start. That movie looks absolutely garbage.
It's being
Straight
made,
up gonna-
dude. It's a
it
DC
looks
movie.
garbage.
It's gonna suck. It's
gonna
a
suck.
DC
That's gonna
movie.
suck, and they showed us another trailer for Suicide Squad, and I think that's gonna suck too.
I think DC should stick to their TV shows.
Marvel are
'Cause
better
DC
at making fucking movies.
Marvel are better at movies and will
Marvel
always
movies
be
better.
better at movies. DC, I personally think does TV better because Marvel does nothing on TV. Like,
Well, fucking
like
yeah.
when is the last series Marvel showed? Other than like Agents of the Shield, and that was bad.
that was shit.
That was bad. Agents of the Shield sucked.
Yeah, yeah. Daredevil?
Daredevil's DC.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ah, for fuck me.
As far as I know, he's DC anyway.
I'm fairly sure he's DC.
I don't know. To the Steam browser.
Quick to the fucking-
Daredevil, Marvel or DC?
Well,
And I said,
if he's Marvel, we're gonna look like idiots.
oh,
aren't we?
he is Marvel.
Well, that was meant to be
Oh,
pretty
well,
good. That Netflix show was meant to be good.
I heard it was really bad.
I heard it was good. It was really violent.
I don't know. I like. In fairness, I don't know. I didn't watch it, so I can't really judge it. So, I did like Arrow, but I suppose everyone liked Arrow for a time because it was a kind of
That's DC though.
yeah.
Oh.
No, I am talking about DC here. Like I liked Arrow. They're I think they're making a Punisher one.
They made the Flash. No, that's Marvel again. That sucked.
Is
Well,
the Flash
no,
Marvel?
that's DC. No, he's DC. Fuck me. He's DC. That's really. I really don't like that. I really didn't like that.
What,
I watched
the Flash?
I watched the first 3 episodes and they were.
I
really bad.
watched a bit of one episode and the character, or not the character, sorry, the dude, the actor who plays the Flash, I just don't like his head.
Don't like his head.
No, he's just the actor doesn't look like who I'd picture to be Flash. Look,
Yeah.
I know he's like a young Flash in it, but I don't think they should have done a young Flash. Or at least this guy looks too young. This guy literally was like, that actor is about 15 when I looked at it.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, and like Arrow, I think Arrow is good for what it is, like, you know, I'd sit down and watch it, like, it's alright. I think its choreography is really good, but
Yeah. There was a Stan Lee cameo in this one, as it always is. Now, it's not that
except
good
for
of a
Fantastic
cameo.
Four, because Fantastic Four wasn't actually Marvel, just had the Marvel stamp on it. Oh, that
It's
movie
not
was,
it's
that
not
movie
that
was
good of a
bad.
cameo. Like, it's not like Spider-Man 2. Not Spider-Man 2.
The Amazing
The newest
Spider-Man.
The Amazing Spider-Man 1, where he's fighting fucking Crocodile Man. And then Stan
Killer,
Lee's sitting there.
no,
Yeah.
that's DC. Killer Croc's DC.
Yeah, it's like, he's fighting fucking... Like,
Is it's not Doc Ock. What's his name?
No,
Garrigan. Garrigan.
yes,
that guy.
probably.
Like,
Probably.
Scorpion.
Yeah, Scorpion. And he's fighting him in the library, and then he's standing behind him. and they're all fighting behind him, and he has like headphones to listen to classical music, reading a book, and they're like fucking fighting behind him.
Oh, listening to music,
Great.
reading a book. How can people do that? I can't listen to
Yes.
music, reading a book.
The one in the Avengers is good as well, but this one is just like
I can't remember
I was
his
hoping
one in the Avengers actually.
at the very end of the movie where they're like talking about the Avengers are great, and then he's
Oh, is that where he's like, damn superheroes?
yeah, he's like, damn, superheroes exist? I don't think so, and all this shit.
Whoa, that sounds like what's his name from Spider-Man, the news agent guy.
Yeah, take me more pictures of Spider-Man. Fucking beast. But his cameo in this one is like, I was hoping it for be like Deadpool recognize him as like, holy shit, that's Stan Lee or something,
Yeah.
and it'd be really funny, but that doesn't happen. Like I was hoping. No, they do reference that he's going to be in the movie at the start where it says, when it's doing the starring all these people at the very end, it says a grateful cameo or something like that. And you know he's going to be in the movie somewhere, and then where he is then is like, it's not that good. Like, I was talking to my friend about it. We're like, what if he kind of just Deadpool's fighting on like a truck or something, and then he looks across and he sees like Stan Lee standing there, and he's like, oh shit, that's Stan Lee, and then he gets punched in the face or something. That's what I was hoping, but that doesn't happen. But overall, good movie. 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, he's gone into the .5s.
Looking forward to the it's not quite a 9, but it's not quite an 8 either, so this is the only thing I'd say. Giving it 8 out of 10 seems low, and giving it 9 out of 10 seems high. But yeah, that's all I really need to say about it. Go see it. Or wait until it comes out and then see it.
The only real movies that I actually have been following recently, the last movie I saw in cinema was Age of Ultron, and I love that movie. What I really want to see, what I'm waiting for, is Civil War. That's the third Captain America, isn't it? It's Captain America Civil War.
Yes.
It's like,
I love
Captain
Ant-Man
America.
is in it.
Well, I heard Ant-Man was an amazing movie as well. I heard it was actually.
Okay.
I heard it broke expectations. Like.
Probably. I saw the trailer and I was like, this looks interesting.
Yeah. But Captain America is a superhero that I properly like. The Captain America movies. I just love his fighting style and all the parkour and stuff. I just love that.
But yeah, he's good.
That's why. I heard that the guy who's playing him doesn't want to play him anymore. Apparently.
Chris Evans?
Yeah, I think that's his name.
Yeah, that's his name.
Apparently that other dude, Bucky Barnes, I heard that was going to be a thing where like Bucky Barnes takes over or something. I don't know. I hope not, because I won't be able to see Captain America the same way again. Oh God, because I actually haven't seen Winter Soldier yet. I have to watch that movie.
But Deadpool's a very different kind of superhero movie. The way they take the piss out of like, it's like normally people get like movies, like normally people would get movies and spin-offs and origin stories, you know, like Hugh Jackman, that Aussie cunt and all that kind of shit. I did a terrible Australian accent there, but yeah, he makes an Australian accent and stuff. The jokes about Ryan Reynolds in a movie with Ryan Reynolds is fucking great. I'm not gonna say any of them, but they're fucking great. Go see the movie, or fucking just watch it. It's worth a watch, definitely.
Yeah, I'll watch it eventually.
Really worth a watch.
I'm just not a big movie person.
Yeah.
Like I need to plan in advance if I'm gonna go and watch a movie.
That's only me if I want to watch a 3-hour-long movie. Like yesterday, I just impulsively watched Resident Evil Afterlife. And my impulses are shit. That's a bad movie.
Afterlife is that the one with like everybody in it? No, that's the fourth one.
Chris Redfield. The first one with Chris Redfield.
The actor who plays Chris Redfield looks like a dope.
Fucking guy.
The Prison Break dude, yeah. Oh my God, there is a massive spider on the ceiling in here.
Yeah.
I'll have to kill that now. Hang on.
Oh wow.
I can't sit here and just know what's in the room. Come here, spider. If I kill this scene, I'll break your leg.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, that thing might kill me. It's like an inch big. Holy crap.
Fucking scared of spiders,
Oh man,
pussy
if this
bitch.
falls on my face, I'm gonna scream.
Fucking pussy bitch.
Oh no, he's dead. Yeah. Kill confirmed. Timmy 48, spiders 0.
Keeping count now, are you?
Well, I've killed a lot of spiders in my life.
And instead I'm free. Let them run free.
Yeah, run straight all over your face.
Oh, but back to shitty insects. Yeah, Resident Evil Afterlife. It's
The only thing I liked about that movie was that they did the Wesker fight scene, and they
terribly.
they did the Wesker fight like the bit they did the essentially the Wesker fight scene in that movie is literally ripped straight out of Resi 5. The bit where he
The
takes
whole
off his
movie.
glasses
The movie is pretty ripped
and
out of Resident 5.
and throws them at Chris. Except it's not in this movie. It's Claire. In the game, it's Sheva. One of them catches his glasses, and by
Yeah,
the time they catch the glasses, he's up in their face doing elbows and spins.
Afterlife came out usually just around the same time as 5. So the Executioner's in it. Chris Redfield's in it.
That Executioner boss fight is so random.
But
I like how we call it.
So random. He has no place being.
No, I meant in the movie. I just said boss fight because I'm stupid.
It's just blast him in the face. It's so stupid. In
The movies are like an alternate
during
timeline
the
or whatever.
Wesker fight, they use a remix version of The Outsider by A Perfect Circle, and that song is so out of place. It's not even funny.
That's the pure dubstep song that's playing, isn't it?
Yeah, the song is originally about somebody that's like super depressed, just wants to kill themselves, and like keep saying they're gonna kill themselves, and it's like the singer of Perfect Circle is like James Maynard or something like that, is like, no, don't do it, and trying to talk him out of it. But as the song goes on, he's more like, fine, if you're gonna do it, fucking do it. Stop saying you're gonna. And then the movie is playing it, and the only conclusion I've come to that they play that song in that movie is to make me is try to persuade me to not kill myself at the end of it.
Yeah. Probably that's a fair point. Like
It's like, what's
I
everybody
wanted
has
to
their
kill
time to
myself
die.
watching that movie too, but
Oh god, I'm gonna probably watch fucking.
that like
What's the newest one? What's the newest one?
Retribution.
Retribution. I'm probably gonna watch that one tonight as well.
Retribution.
The way
Like
they do
Retribution
Wesker is so
has
stupid.
so many characters in it.
I fucking so
like,
stupid the
just-
way they fucking do Wesker in Afterlife.
Wesker's like, why was his hair gel back so much?
He like.
He looks.
Okay, so he gets
His
the
head
fucking
looks like it's just. It looks like they just Botox his whole face, and he's like,
The movie is the most
Eric,
stupid
hang on,
square
hang on. Should have brought more. Throws glasses.
Yeah. When he throws the glasses and then just the way Chris kind of catches him like a moron.
Yeah.
But
And
at the
then,
start of the movie, he takes Alice's powers, like Jedi mind trick powers, away from her.
doesn't he kill? Doesn't like 8 million Alice's die at the start of
they
that
all go to
movie?
attack, and then he nukes the fucking.
No, they blow
Yeah,
themselves
the
up because they're
corporation,
stupid.
No, he lets
Does
off
it-
a button that nukes him.
I thought it was not him or was it not them that blow it up?
No, he sets off a button that nukes him.
Oh no! I'm pretty sure you see one or two of them blow themselves up in it though,
Yeah.
with like a frag grenade. They're like,
Yeah, she gets shot. She gets shot, and then she flicks the two of them up. And Wesker survives getting blown up. Then he survives.
Wesker
a plane
survives
crash.
everything 'cause
Then
he's
he survives
Wesker.
a plane crash. Then he survives getting shot in the face with a shotgun. Then he survives after being shot in the face, multiple pistol rounds to the chest. Then he gets into a plane that has the nuke that he's meant to use on them.
Then they blow him
Again,
up with
Then
it.
they nuke him, and he's in the next movie, so he's not dead.
Well, in like Wesker is dead in the video games, but it took a hell of a long time to kill his ass in the games too.
Kick him into a fucking
Like,
volcano.
you don't even win any of his boss fights in Resi 5,
survive.
except the last one. What I love though about Resi 5, my favourite bits of the game are fighting him, because just when you get into hand-to-hand combat with him, if you do it right, unlike me, because the QT controls on the PC are a bit
Are
awkward.
fucking bad.
It's
F
like
and V
it's
at
like
the same
it's like
time.
F and
Fuck that
V. Like,
shit.
how the hell am I supposed to do
What am I
that?
supposed to
But
do?
when you do it right, kicking his ass is so fun. It's so fun.
I said he's.
I
the
like how they
second-
did the
he's
thing with
second-
Jill as well.
He's the second cool. He's the second coolest bad guy in a trench coat. The first one being Virgil from Devil May Cry, of course, because he's badass.
Well, Nemesis has a trench coat too.
Fucking Nemesis is fucking cool, man.
Yeah, Nemesis has a trench coat.
Once you see Nemesis, you can never ever look at a window again and just go, he's gonna jump through that. Like, I'm playing through Resident Evil now, Resident Evil 1 still, and every time I look at that window, I'm like, what's the chances a hunter is gonna jump through that window and fucking maul my face? That fear. This is fucked.
Yeah.
Alright, you wanna move on to XCOM?
Yeah, if we're done talking about it, there's
Yeah,
nothing else we
Deadpool's
wanna...
awesome. Resident Evil's movies are terrible, but
Video games are
enjoyable to watch.
awesome. Yeah, there's just
Resident
one of those
Evil
movies
games
where
are
you
awesome,
just,
except for Revelations. I
like,
really didn't like Revelations.
you know, which Revelations?
The first one.
I just think the gameplay in it isn't great. I do quite like the story in it though. Revelations 2, one of the best games it's one of the best Resident Evil games I've ever played.
Yeah. I played the first, 40 minutes of it. That was about it.
Of what, Revelations 1 or 2?
Revelations 2.
Do you have Revelations 2?
No, I played it at a friend's house.
Alright, Revelations 2 is a very good game.
Yeah.
Anyway, so on to XCOM-2. Last Friday, XCOM-2 released.
Yep.
And I've put... Let's check. 19 hours into that game since
I've got
then.
6.
I put 19 hours into that game since then, and I'm
about to
kind of
start my
sad.
third campaign.
I'm kind of sad to say I only restarted once because I started on hard, and XCOM 2's difficulty is just harder in general. So I kind of got my ass beat a bit, but like it's not bad by any means.
It's
But,
fantastic.
oh my
though. I
god,
really
is
think
it?
it's fantastic.
Oh my god, has that game disappointed me quite a bit.
I'm not disappointed.
It's
by
a
it at all.
PC, yeah, but see, I'm more critical of games than you are. Let's be fair,
Yeah. I suppose.
It's a PC exclusive. So if you're only making the game for one platform, why the hell doesn't it work properly? You don't have to port it to anything, so that you shouldn't have to worry about port problems.
Making games for PCs harder than consoles, though. I know, no, the bugs...
It
the bugs
feels
there are
it
bugs in it,
feels
there are
like a
bugs in it.
PC port.
There are bugs in it. And I will say
I've hard
they're
crashed.
not game breaking.
I've
have not hard crashed.
I've hard crashed twice since starting the game. Once has been during a loading screen, and once was on startup. Like it went through XCOM 2 and all those open credit things, and then it just crashed. And it has, at the end of certain missions, it has stupidly long wait times. Like load times, like
At the end of missions, yeah.
like at the
fuck
end,
yeah.
at the end of one of the missions, I think it was the first terror mission I did, the first retaliation strike I did, and at the end of that mission, I beat the mission and everything, you know, there was no problems, and then the load screen, I literally thought the game had broken. I thought the game had just crashed or something, you know, but it just hadn't, you know, closed and said error, but it had just, I thought it was going to be infinite loading, because some games have a bug that does that. I got up from my PC, left, walked across the room, made toast, and I made a cup of tea. I boiled the kettle, waited for the kettle, made tea, and got my food, sat back down, and it was still loading. About 30 seconds after sitting back down did the loading finish. And that was just loading back to, the menu screen, like the Avenger screen or whatever.
Yeah.
Seriously, why would it take that long? And, for me, there has been a lot of insanely stupid clipping issues. I've triggered pods of enemies, making the battle essentially unwinnable because I've triggered too many enemies at once.
That was a problem.
That happened. It wasn't. But if you knew how to play the first game, it wasn't a problem. Because this game, right? The first game you could take your time because you could just move.
Yeah,
You
the thing
move.
about it
You have
was, like,
two
they didn't
moves, right?
want
You move it into the blue zone, so you take one action, then you overwatch everybody, and that's how we play the
but
first game.
they did not, like, fucking, I can't pronounce the name of it. There's a minute. Phyrexis?
Firaxis.
Phyrexis got it right. Yes. Okay. They did not want that. They hated that. That's why they added in the time limit. But the
Yeah.
problem with the time limit
Is that it's
very
too
rushed.
short.
It's very rushed. It's a
Like
very rushed
the
time
time
limit.
limits in this game, and most of the
I
time
like
limited
them. I do
missions, you
like them.
fail the game if you fail. Like if the time limit runs out, whatever you're trying to do explodes or otherwise something happens and you fail. Mission over. You have to restart. And like
Yeah.
those timers, you'll get there maybe with one turn remaining if every possible thing goes right.
The ones
If
I've
you
had,
have
but the
one
ones I've-
single,
the one-
if you spend more than one turn on a group of enemies, you will fail the mission.
No,
That's the way it was. That's the way it is on hard. On normal, the turn
But
limits
isn't it
are
always-
okay. No,
isn't it always 8 and 12?
timers. No, the timers get smaller the harder the difficulty is. On the first mission, you have to get the alien like data cache or something. It's
Yeah.
like one of the first story missions. You have to do it.
Right,
Like it
yeah,
just throws
8
you into that
turns.
mission.
Yeah.
Yeah. On hard, that's 6 turns, and you spawn at the opposite side of the map, and there's at least 3 pods of enemies. I had to fight an advent commander or lieutenant, 4 advent soldiers, and 2 sectoids. And that's while trying to get to that. And when you move up to the object, you have to wait a turn to interact with it because it takes a full turn to interact with. So that's automatically you need 2 turns, 1 turn to move up to it and 1 turn to interact with it. So you essentially have 4 turns to kill 7 or 8 enemies, and when you have starting assault rifles, it takes a solid 2-3 hits to kill a sectoid, because sectoids have like 10 HP on hard.
yeah.
And it's so difficult to do that I literally, it's not one of those doable kind of difficulties. It just feels really artificial, and it just makes me angry. And like
Yeah.
I could play. I have a campaign going Enemy Unknown on Impossible, and like
Pretty impossible.
like it is, but it just feels a bit. It doesn't make sense to me, like having turn limits that low. Like it just doesn't.
Yeah, it's a very rushed kind of thing.
Like
I
the
feel.
game, like its optimization is terrible. Its optimization is just bad. Like it has
Like
the
I've
graphics
only
granted
ever
are
had
much
frame drops.
fancier.
I've only ever had frame drops in the Sky Ranger. And at the stat stage, I'm just kind of like, I don't care.
Like
Like I'm sitting here looking at a loading screen and looking a fuck what the frames are like.
Like I've gotten frame rate drops like on when you trigger like a pod and it zooms in on the pod and they're like and the aliens look at the camera and they start screaming and all that crazy stuff when you trigger them. I've gotten frame rate drops in that, and my machine is beastly. There's no possible way that if it was optimized properly that would happen. Come on, I have graphics mods installed to make Witcher 3 look better, and that game already looks perfect. And
Yeah,
my
it does.
frame rate in The Witcher 3 is perfect. It just it doesn't make sense, like. And the camera wrecks my head as well. Like sometimes when you're trying to interact or use a dude who's in a building, and if the building has more than 2 floors, it's so difficult to like I literally had to restart the mission because my camera wouldn't clip through a building, and I couldn't use the dude in there, and I needed to get an item in the building to beat the mission,
Yeah.
and I couldn't because the camera just wouldn't look inside the building, and I couldn't see what was going on, and I couldn't use the guy. And it's happened me a few times, like where I've had to fiddle, I've had to waste my time just to get the camera to clip through something that it's supposed to clip through anyway.
Yeah.
Like, and like the clipping issues in general. Or like if I've triggered pods across the map that no human being would have ever been able to see.
Mm.
And like the alien, I somehow triggered him, but and like literally seeing through an entire building. Like you
Yeah, yeah.
literally, there's no
There's
walls
a
destroyed. You're not by any of the windows. You see through 4 rooms worth of walls to the opposite side of the building, and you know
yeah.
you
I've had
trigger
some
pods. That
clipping
happens to
issues.
me a lot, and like I've taken losses in campaign essential missions. Like I've lost one of my best people that made me restart the game because a muton shot. It was a 3-floor building, like it was 3 tiers. Muton was on the top tier. I had a person inside the building, and the muton shot through 3 floors and critical the person and killed them.
Mm.
And like that just I don't want to like the game isn't bad, but there's so many tiny issues that when you combine them all, it's a fairly hefty, it it's a fairly kind of like why would you release a game that has all this? It feels like nobody tested it.
Yeah.
It feels like they focused almost entirely on content and that was it. They didn't, they didn't optimize, they didn't tweak.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like, but it's still a really good game, and I really enjoy it. Like, but
Oh yeah.
there's
It's
a lot like it needs to be patched, 1 or 2 patches, and it should be fine. It should be fine. Like the
yeah.
clipping the clipping issues where where your guy in the cinematic action cam clips through like a wall and shoots somebody. That is more animation to me than clipping because the dude should lean around the wall and not just shoot
Yeah.
from where he's
Kind of.
standing.
Yeah. It looks
That
really weird
that
sometimes.
doesn't annoy me that much because that's not as serious as
There's some
shooting
clipping
through a whole
issues with
building
the snake come in, which I haven't
and
found, but I've heard,
their
which is where
tongues where they grab you
they can grab you
through,
through
yeah,
solid objects.
they can
Or
grab you.
they can pull you into a room, and then you can't break them free because
Because
they're all outside.
yeah they yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually happened to me a few times where the snake will just shoot through, like its tongue will just
Will
go
shoot through the wall, yeah.
through buildings. And I'm not even sure what the range is on that tongue. It seems stupidly long, and that wasn't a. Okay, I just can't believe I survived that.
Well, like,
But like, it's weird. There's just
yeah.
it
No,
needs a lot of tweaking, and once that's
all
done,
these tweaks will be done. Now the thing is, right?
I hope so, because it's been nearly 2 weeks,
Yeah.
or it's been nearly a week. Sorry, and it hasn't, and nothing's been.
Sure. But okay, we're looking at all the negatives here. The positives.
Yeah, well,
It's
we've
fucking
got
great.
get the negatives out of the way first. That's what you do. You talk about all the crap.
I'm having a blast with it, even though I'm starting my third campaign. First one was terrible. Second
My
one,
my
got
first
to
one
the-
was
got to the
bad as
black
well.
got to the black side and was not prepared for the mechs.
Yeah, I told you. What did
No,
I
it
tell you?
wasn't
I
the
said,
turrets. It wasn't the
no,
turrets. It
yeah,
was the
but the
mechs.
your supports deal with mechs as well by having
Yeah.
combat protocol, because combat protocol
You see,
does
I
it.
had no specialists because they all I had a really bad thing where I'd lose at least one person every fucking mission. So
You
yeah.
can make the guerrilla school and you can train people to be a specific class
I
that
had
you
no
want.
recruits though. It was weird. I had only I had 3 grenadiers, 3 snipers, 3 rangers, 2 specialists, both corporal, and don't have a hacking protocol.
Not just combat protocol. Combat protocol does with
One
the
of them I made, yeah. The
with the
only one that was
standard
properly worth it.
gremlins. With the standard gremlins, it does 4 damage to robotic targets, and with the advanced gremlins that you get, the ones that I have, you get them later on.
Yeah.
As a part of the tech, they do 8 damage, I think, to robotic enemies, or 6. It's something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've already done. I'd say I'm about 10 hours into my current
I'm
campaign.
very
I don't
I'm
even think I'm
ve-
close to finishing the game, and I've already done a base defense mission.
I'm very, very confused on how the Avatar project thing works because it doesn't ever explain it. I was there, and I wasn't very far in, but suddenly it got 2 clips out of fucking nowhere.
Well, when the Avatar project
starts off at 3,
starts,
yeah, it
it
starts at
gets
3.
3.
That's 3, but then it's automatically got 2 out of nowhere. That was before I did the black site mission, and it started going up really fast, and I was like,
Well,
fuck.
the aliens build Avatar project facilities, and
Yeah.
every month, depending on how well you've been doing, it can either be 4 weeks or 2 weeks. Every time they build a new facility, they get an automatic 1
I'm
to
assuming
the
you can destroy them
you
to
can,
get
yeah,
it.
you can do missions to destroy them, but they usually build them halfway across the world, so you have to make contact with about 18 countries to get to.
Yeah.
But so each when it's first built, it adds 1 to the Avatar project, and they
Yeah.
usually build 2 every month. Well, for me in my game anyway, I got 2 in 1 month, and then I didn't get any in the next month. But each month that those things are live, each month those facilities will add another pip to the meter. So if you have 2 facilities, they'll add 2 every month. And there's some dark events that just give the Avatar project boosts. Like there'll be like a major breakthrough and it'll get an automatic 3. But you can usually counter those dark events.
Yeah, you choose which one of the 2
Yeah,
you want to do.
I've pretty much exclusively gone for Avatar project counter ones.
Yeah.
And like I think I'm assuming that as a part of the story later on you find out what the Avatar project is. I'm assuming
Yeah.
because as I still don't know what it is. Like I'm
The Intel meter as well. Like, that's another form of currency, but it doesn't really ever...
no Intel you use to buy stuff at the black market, and you also use it to make contact.
Yeah, I know, but they never ever explain it. So like, it's one of those things that would be very handy to kind of explain a bit.
Yeah, but Intel, it's Intel. Like you don't. It's kind of self-explanatory to be fair. Like you get Covenant data pads, you decrypt them, and it gives you Intel, and you can use Intel to trade with the black markets, or you can use the Intel to make contact with, you know, the resistance
countries,
cells
yeah.
in other countries.
And make more money.
Yeah. Intel
Where
is
is their money?
Intel is weird though. You can use Intel to buy supplies off the black market, but
Yeah.
Intel it's kind of you kind of have to try and balance out your supplies and your Intel. I don't know what it is. It could just be me, but I seem like the game tells me I get a lot of supplies. Like I make like 300 supplies a month, and you have to collect them obviously. But it just feels like that everything is really expensive in it. Like I know you're gorillas and stuff, but like I don't want to spend an entire month's worth of supplies to research a new pistol, like or to buy a new
Yeah.
pistol. It doesn't kind of I don't know. This everything seems a bit slightly too expensive, and I'm back down onto the
Yeah,
normal
everything
difficulty
kind of,
now
yeah.
because I failed my first campaign. So
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like, everything's really expensive.
and it's I think it's probably because though if you buy like a magnetic assault rifle that everyone who can equip magnetic assault rifles automatically gets them, so you only have
Yeah.
to buy one rifle for your whole team. So that's probably why the price is boosted. I don't know. But yeah, I love its new campaign interface. Its new you know the geoscape.
Yeah.
I love how that works. And I
Mm.
also loved how immersive the Avenger has become. The like with Central and stuff and how he goes between the
Yeah.
rooms. I love Central. I love Central in the new game, but
Yeah.
like how your
He's alright.
troops go between rooms and stuff, and you can actually watch what your troops are doing and stuff. And the new memorials is pretty good. But
Yeah.
let's talk about some significant gameplay changes when in terms of the battlescape. Well, they've added swords.
And they're badass.
Yeah, and they're when you get to upgraded swords, they're pretty good. I actually think rangers need to be balanced a bit more because it seems like that like the only people like the rangers on my team seem to just kill everything. You know, I
That's...
have 2 rangers brought into combat, right? One I've
Yeah.
named after you, and the other one I've named after Ben O'Brien.
Yeah.
And like they just seem to kill everything like that, and the snipers. But
Mm.
like
No, snipers are fucking... busting.
Snipers have always been OP,
Squad
but
sights fucked up.
it seems a bit like the advent stun lancers.
Stun lancers are fucking mad as well, aren't they?
Stun lancers seem really overpowered, but
Yeah.
your own rangers seem a bit overpowered
They just
too.
knock you out. They just knock you unconscious, and you're just
Like
fucked.
stun lancers have a stupid like, you know, if they melee attack you but they run at you from a flank, they get like a massive crit and to hit chance from their melee attack, which shouldn't
Yeah.
really matter because you're in melee range anyway. It doesn't, you know, unless you come at them from behind. But all the soldiers, they always turn around to face their attacker when they get attacked.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I don't know. I'm getting this, like, I got destroyed by stun lancers. Force
yeah,
is totally fucked.
you know what? Not even their attacks need to be balanced. I think they need less health, because they all seem to. Is it 10 health they have or 8?
8, I think.
I think it might be 8 or 10. I
That's
did
it,
get a
that's
mod to balance it down to 6. Because at least that way you can kill them before they... And they have a stupid move range as well. Like,
Yeah.
the amount of range they can move is insane. I've had guys get knocked unconscious off stun lancers who have ran out of the fog of war and just sprinted across the whole map. Like, I had a person sprint through a building. He sprinted
no, I
from
had
the
the
fog
same
of
thing, I had
war
the same thing.
through a building, out the building, across an open field, over a wall, across another small field, and then hit someone and critted them. It's like, holy crap, man. I'm playing on normal here, like.
Yeah, it's a bit fucked up. And then you just knock
Yeah.
your dude unconscious and you
And
do
there's-
nothing about it. and you just shit on them.
I think you should be able to wake them up if you run over to them and like interact with their body on the ground rather than
Yeah.
just carry them.
Yeah.
Because it
No,
seems,
you have to use the gremlin.
yeah.
I don't know.
And that gremlin ability you don't get to like land or to like lieutenant.
Yeah, it's like, no, you get it as sergeant, but the other one then is like you can stun robots. So they're fucking
Holy crap.
like, gone. Like, it's fucking, I don't know.
Oscar, shut up. Like, it's weird. Holy crap.
Yeah,
I just nearly got killed by a crocodile.
The thing with the game though is that it needs fixing. The bugs will probably be fixed. I
Yeah,
hope.
hopefully.
And
I'm a bit skeptical about that as of late.
I don't know.
Because there's been literally no word that I've heard in relation to the game from Firaxis.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is an amazing game. Like, the storytelling in it has been upped quite a bit.
I suppose.
Like, it's more fleshed out. Not much more, but in terms of like the story, like the story in Enemy Unknown was pretty much non-existent. Let's be fair, like.
Yeah.
But the story in this is like, it's good. Like the interaction between like the main characters. There's Shen.
Which is what's his name's
Daughter. Yeah, it's Shen from Enemy Unknown's daughter, so she's just called Shen. And as well, there's Taigen, who's your engineer.
Yeah.
There's
It's
Central.
Nigel Science, yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, your science guy, and
The Central.
and there's Central. And then
And then
there's
there's you.
then there's you and the council guy, that last council dude.
Council guy's cool.
Yeah. Oh, I'm pretty sure Central actually said his name, that council dude's name, in one of those dialogue things when you're looking around the Avenger. But I can't remember what his name was. Like, Central says, like, I can't, but like, people are a bit skeptical about how such and such, this guy didn't join the aliens, and why he's the only member of the council left. But he said, and Central's like, but I'll take whatever help I can get, or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
like
gameplay. It's graphically way nicer.
gameplay wise, I think it's an improvement on.
Yeah, it is an improvement. The concealment system I do really like.
I like the
concealment.
core campaign map better as well.
Like the geoscape where you're flying around the Avenger.
Yeah, just the whole you're on the back foot fighting.
Yeah, the whole guerrilla warfare kind of immersive.
Because I prefer it over fucking all these cities. Let me put a satellite here so they don't fuck off, kind of thing.
Yeah, I always thought there's people leaving the XCOM project is like the only hope. They
let's leave.
Yeah, I like how the like when you build the exosuit in it, or sorry, not the exosuit, the suit that lets you grapple onto things. You can build the
Yeah.
same suit in the first game, but they're talking about how these prototypes were never put to the test because of we lost the war.
Yeah.
Like the small little things like that, little dialogue that's thrown into, they keep reminding you that you lost.
Yeah, but it doesn't even. It's the reason why you lost. It's like, yeah, you beat the aliens back first, but you never
Oh, well, actually
actually.
no. According
No,
to
it's
the
like, isn't
game,
it?
Earth fell within the first 2 months
Yeah,
of
but
the aliens
you're
showing up.
fighting well, and then they showed up with something mad. Wasn't that you just down on
No,
news? Like, you're winning. You
they
were
showed
winning.
up with the regular kind of dudes, but when they came, when their fleet, their mothership arrived, which it arrives at enemy unknown, you destroy it. When their mothership arrives, you lose. But
Yeah, you just get raped.
their mothership arrived 2 months after the first contact. Like
Yeah.
there's
Yes.
a lot of new enemy types in it actually. Have you
Yeah.
fought Faceless yet?
Yes.
Those things are freaky.
Killed
Those things
killed
are.
killed one of my dudes. Blew up a truck. Blew himself up. Blew up an alien. Blew up a sectoid and blew up a Advent guy. It was very funny. 4 people died in one hit.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
fucking great.
I've only one of them has ever gotten into like melee range, and he missed his attack, but
Or he does shit tons of damage.
it
Easy.
looked like a dangerous attack. When I saw that swing, he blew through 2 walls of a house, and the dude just ducked under it, and then
Yeah.
venom rounds killed the guy. Venom
Mm.
rounds are a really effective thing to have, actually.
Yeah, I haven't been using special ammo yet.
Yeah, experimental ammo. There's a good
I
experimental
have
ammo as well.
experimental, but I've researched experimental ammo, but I was actually in the middle of researching it before my game fucked up, before I lost the campaign.
Yeah, there's an experimental ammo called Talon rounds. They essentially increase your critical hit chance. When you combine that with the shotgun, that have a
God,
really
yeah.
high critical hit chance at close range anyway, and the laser sight, which increases your crit chance by, it's either 15 or 5%. Combined with the Talon rounds, like I gave them to your character for
Yeah.
a while, and you critted every shot you ever fired since then, and you do at least 14 damage with a magnetic, or with like a shard gun, which is like the magnetic version of a shotgun.
Yeah.
Like that, and it just rips through armor. But I've stopped using it on you, and I've given it to the sniper now, because the sniper just hits everything. Like it's
Yes, never said everything. It's fucking.
yeah.
Fucking
I think it's
ridiculous.
that it does. You can also make experimental grenades, I think experimental weapons.
I found an acid grenade. I didn't use it though. Because I only had one. I didn't know when to use it.
By acid grenade, you mean like a poison grenade, or?
Yes, it was called an acid grenade.
Yeah, I think it's the snakes that spit that.
Oh no, yeah, it was a snake spit on me once and got poisoned 3 of my dudes, including one of the evacs dudes. I think fucker had a healing item on him.
Yeah. Can you heal more than one person
No.
with one spray? Because when
No.
you aim the med kit, it takes up for, like, it does the overlay where there's 4 squares on the ground.
Yeah, it's just surrounding you and everyone you can heal. You have to be in that range kind of thing.
Yeah. Another thing I heard, I never experienced it myself though, is that the overlays, like, you know, when you're aiming a grenade launcher, apparently
Yeah.
those overlays are very intensive when it comes to frame. Apparently they can tank your frame rate.
I never had that problem.
And that was said by Total Biscuit, and he runs Dual Titans.
Yeah, I never.
Yeah, I never encountered it either. I never had any problems with that. Okay. But overall, I really do like it. The Avenger is nice. The base defense in it. The base defense.
When I got to the dark event where it was one of the dark events I was going
The
to
UFO was following you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it catches you and you don't escape from it, because you have a chance to escape from it, you have a base defense mission. The base defense mission isn't like aliens get onto the ship or you have to just defend the outside of the ship. You have to... It's another one of those get here, blow this up things, which I kind of don't like. I would have preferred if you were just defending the ramp against just a few waves of aliens, because that would be epic, like. But this one,
Yeah.
you're at the bottom of the ramp of the adventure, and you can use all your troops, regardless if they're wounded or not. If they're wounded, they'll just come out with lower health,
Yeah.
because it's such a critical mission. Central release them, and you get a few reinforcements off Central. Like reserves will come out with just basic weapons and stuff. With the reinforcements and stuff work the same way as they do in Enemy Unknown. If you've done a base defense in Enemy Unknown, I'm not sure if it's story essential. I
It's
think if
not
you
in
beat
unknown. It's in within, but it's not in unknown.
an enemy within, you can do base defense. But if you're really good at the game and you finish the game fast enough, you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Um, so essentially, right, all your dudes spawn outside concealment. I think they're outside concealment. Oh yeah, they are. At the bottom of the ramp of the Avenger, and essentially, the map is wherever you land. For me, it was like this snowy forest in Russia, and essentially, the aliens have this beacon thing on the ground. It's like an EMP that's stopping your engine for the Avenger turning on. So you have to run out of your ship, blow that up, and there's already about 4 or 5 pods of enemies on the ground. Usually some advent guys. For me, it was the first time I encountered a berserker. But fortunately I had like 7 guys in Overwatch and the berserker didn't stand a chance.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah. No. Yeah.
yeah, it
I
was
haven't done
you
it yet,
run out,
so-
right, and you no enemy is allowed to enter the Avenger. If they do, I think it's an automatic lose. I'm not sure. I never had one enter the Avenger. So you have to defend the ramp from the Adventure, and enemies will go for it. Like I had a mech or a sectoid ignore about 4 dudes, run past
just
them
run straight-
and
run into
sprint for
them.
the ramp. It didn't get there because it was too far away, but like they will try and get to it. And you have to run out, blow this thing up, and then get all your people back to the ramp and evac. But as soon as you blow that thing up, they will drop in reinforcements every single turn. So you know it's pretty difficult. I didn't lose anyone doing that mission. I nearly lost one person. Like Jane Kelly got knocked down to 1 HP. She died in the mission
Yeah.
after that. But
Yeah. She died in the first mission for me.
yeah, like she, or like them ones, once you get back to this, you just take off again and it goes straight back to the normal map.
Yeah.
And then you can fly around again, or automatically flies you back to like your last location before getting interrupted by the aliens. But it seems like a thing that could be recurring, because like pretty much every month that there is a dark event that's like a UFO hunts you.
Yeah.
And like yeah, those dark events are actually I like as well, because there's usually 3 of them. You can counter one of them, so you essentially get to choose what debuff you have,
Yeah.
which is
Pretty
good.
much.
It's a kind of nice, it's a nice little kind of customizable difficulty thing. It seems to me though that like you're almost always going to choose the Avatar project debuffs to stop them getting like 3 pips. Because I think if the Avatar project reaches full, you have 20
Yeah.
days to reduce it, or otherwise you lose.
Yeah. You
So
pretty much do.
mine now, I like, because it takes so long to get anything done. I literally haven't reduced it in about 2 months, and it's on 9. I'm about to attack one of its Avatar and the actual Avatar facilities and reduce it. But like it seems like that you're going to be spending most of the game with the project on 9 or 10.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah, no,
it seems like it increases a bit too fast.
Yeah, it's going too
Like
fast.
if
that's
you
what I
sit
said earlier.
down and play the game for 2 hours, the Avatar project can go from 0 to 10 in that 2 hours. Like
Yeah, it's a bit fucking fucked up.
yeah, it's like it seems like the whole game is shorter than Enemy Unknown. Like an Enemy Unknown, like, or even Enemy Within, if it's on hard, you know, it's a solid 40-hour campaign. Like if you're, you know,
Yeah.
if the aliens are putting up a fight anyway. But like in this, it doesn't seem that it take that long. Like I don't know though. I'm not sure. See, I haven't really gotten much of a sense of progression in it so far.
Yeah,
Like
neither
I've
have I.
researched new stuff, but I don't feel like I'm anywhere nearer to. Oh, that was really cool. I don't feel like I'm anywhere nearer,
Yeah, to us winning. Yeah,
to finishing the game.
yeah, I get you.
Like my objective is to research the skulljack and jack into some dude's face in the middle of a battle.
Which is basically the equivalent of stun, bring capture a live alien kind of thing.
Yeah,
Pretty much. Yeah, like again, we seem very negative on this, but
yeah.
in matter of fact, the game is
Like
great.
the game, like there's a lot of things that I just did. There's a few things that I just kind of don't like. There's a few problems, but the gameplay itself, sorry, is awesome.
Mm.
Like it has really like its animations when they're not clipping through stuff are really good. Its action cam is really good. Graphically, it's really nice.
Yeah.
And it's visceral. Like when you murder a dude, you see his blood and his brains go everywhere. Like, and
Mm.
and the sound effects are awesome. Like the Advent dudes and they're all talking in their
Yeah,
alien
fucking
language, sound
alien
really
language.
cool. Like all the little cut scenes and stuff. Like when you do an autopsy and you watch Tigan
Yeah.
chopping the dude
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
And I actually, in the other game, it's probably because I played through it so much that I never used to read any of the database entries or listen, or I used to just skip all the cutscenes.
Yeah.
But in this game, I actually want to listen to Tigan talking about the aliens as he's cutting them up because all the new types of aliens are so interesting.
Yeah.
Like when I first found the Faceless, I freaked out because I ran up to it because you know the way they disguise themselves as civilians. I ran
Yeah.
up to it to rescue it on a retaliation mission, and then it ripped its own face off,
Yeah. It just rips itself
and
apart.
then swung its arm through a building trying to kill me.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's you know that it's really, its immersion factor has gone up a lot.
Yes.
You feel like you're guerrilla resistance fighting for your life. Like you feel that.
You are the terrorist.
Yeah, you're
Which is
terrorists. You're
great.
essentially terrorists.
You're terrorists.
Like if you don't do the tutorial mission, the opening mission is just you blowing up like a statue of like an alien.
You run out of the statue.
You know, stuff like that. So it is really
Really immersive.
really
Yeah. It's
really
really good.
immersive, and it's like all the XCOM games. It's a time sucker. You'll sit down and play and you'll be like, okay, I'll play an hour or two of XCOM, and all of a sudden you've played 10 hours of it and you're like, holy crap.
Yeah. It's not civilization levels of holy fuck, where did the time go? But it's up
You
there.
see, I feel like, but see, when I play XCOM, I feel like I've actually accomplished something. Whereas when I play Civ, I feel like I've spent 10 hours doing nothing.
This is because you're playing with Johnny. He puts it on standard and doesn't put it on quick.
Probably. I don't know, but
Quick is the way to go, because quick is still really fucking long to do stuff. Quick is not quick. It's just better to play on standard.
it's just
because it takes
slightly,
forever.
it's slightly not standard. But
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah, so yeah, XCOM 2 is a very good game. As soon as it gets patched, it will be upgraded to a great game. And like the fact that I'm talking crap about it a bit, and I'm a huge fan of XCOM. Like I love those games. I own every XCOM game that was ever
Yeah.
that I own
Yeah.
all of them. Like
Yeah.
XCOM UFO Defense, Terror from the Deep, Interceptor, XCOM
Yeah.
Enforcer, XCOM Apocalypse. I used to own the Xenonauts, which are essentially XCOM modern times, but they're made by different people. I own XCOM Enemy Unknown, Enemy Within, and this one. And I pre-ordered it
Yeah.
in the shop. Like I have the box of the 4 discs for XCOM 2 right by my leg.
Yeah.
Like, I say bad things about it because I love it, and it
Yeah.
deserves better. But man, that game
Yeah,
is
no.
awesome. Like I'm like, let's put it this way: me and Eric are probably gonna play XCOM 2 now as soon as this podcast
Probably.
is done.
Oh, I'm probably
Which
gonna play Resident Evil. It doesn't.
yeah,
One or the other.
yeah, we both of which we talked about today. And speaking of when the podcast is done, we're actually 10 minutes over time, and I just dropped my phone, and so yeah,
GG.
so bit of an uneventful week. We've talked about XCOM 2, we've talked about Deadpool, Resident Evil a bit. I don't even know how we started talking about Resident Evil.
Street Fighter 5's out next week.
Yeah, Eric's
Blast with
Eric's
that.
going to be talking about that next week, and
Yeah.
I'll
I know Defense Force. What the fuck? Our Defense Force out in 2 days. Holy shit! I forgot.
I'm gonna probably
Holy
have
shit.
to acquire a copy of Earth Defense Force to see what all
so
Eric's
it's-
specifically
Obviously,
Eric's.
It's only on Xbox One, PS4.
Oh, I'm just
I
gonna
don't
kill
know if it's
myself.
gonna- I don't know if it's
So
coming out for PC. I don't know.
yeah.
Fucking PS4 though.
So yeah, so Eric will have a lot to talk about next week. I probably
Yeah.
won't have anything to talk about because all I'll be playing is probably XCOM. I'll probably end up talking about the game that I've been playing for the last 2 hours, which is Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I was playing it for like an hour before the podcast started. Didn't even close the game. Which in my opinion is the best Assassin's Creed ever. And
Is it better than 2 though?
yes, it's better than 2. This game is so immersive. It's just, man, I feel like a pirate. And I want to feel like a pirate. I want to feel like Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow.
Sparrow, yeah, what's his name?
Sparrow.
What's his name says it? Davy Jones. Jack Sparrow. Rah! And all these saliva's going all over everyone. So
Alright,
yeah,
this fucking-
I've been EireKHAOTIX role-playing gamer. Eric has been himself, the Rickmeister, and this has been Tea and Scones with EireKHAOTIX. Episode 3, hope you enjoyed this episode. Slightly longer than usual and probably slightly boring because there's no pedophilia involved, but
Yeah,
hope
sure.
you enjoyed this episode. I think anything that doesn't have pedophilia is always a bonus. So
Yeah. Good week for
it's been a good week for the kids. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Until next week, see you later.